Have you ever heard the story of a knight so brave he faced a terrifying dragon to save a princess? This isn't just a fairy tale. It's the legendary account of St. George, a story of courage that has echoed through centuries. Welcome to Timeless Europe, where we journey back to uncover the myths and legends that shaped the continent. Today, we are exploring one of the most famous tales of heroism, St. George and the Dragon. Our story begins in a city called Cyllene, in what is now modern-day Libya. This once prosperous city was plagued by a fearsome dragon that had made its lair in a nearby lake. Its breath was so venomous that it poisoned the air, and its hunger was insatiable. To appease the beast, the terrified citizens began offering it 2 sheep every day. But soon, the sheep ran out, and the dragon's hunger grew. Desperate, the king and his people made a terrible decision. They would sacrifice one of their own each day, chosen by lottery. One fateful day, the lot fell to the king's own daughter, the beautiful Princess Sabra. Dressed in her finest gown, as if for her wedding, she was led to the lake to await her doom. The king was heartbroken, offering all his gold and silver, even half his kingdom, to save her, but the people insisted. A deal was a deal, and the princess had to face the dragon. As she stood by the water, weeping and trembling, a brave knight on a white horse appeared. This was George of Lydda, a Roman soldier passing through the land. Seeing the princess in distress, George asked her what was wrong. She explained the terrible situation and urged him to flee before the dragon appeared. But George was a man of great faith and courage. He vowed to stay and fight, telling the princess, "In the name of Christ, I will help you." Just then, the dragon emerged from the lake, its scales glinting and smoke billowing from its nostrils. George made the sign of the cross, spurred his horse forward, and charged at the beast with his lance. The battle was fierce. The knight and the dragon clashed with incredible force. George's lance struck the dragon, wounding it, but not fatally. The beast thrashed and roared, its venomous breath a constant threat. But George was skilled and determined. He knew he needed more than just strength to win this fight. So, what did he do next? He didn't kill the dragon right away. Instead, he had a different plan. He asked the princess for her girdle, which was a type of belt. He used it to fashion a leash and put it around the dragon's neck. Miraculously, the wounded and now subdued dragon became as docile as a lamb. George handed the leash to the princess, and together, they led the creature back towards the city. The people of Cyllene were astonished and terrified to see the princess returning, leading the very monster that had terrorized them for so long. Standing before the king and all the citizens, George made them a promise. He would slay the dragon for good, but only if they all agreed to be baptized and convert to Christianity. The king, overjoyed at his daughter's safety and amazed by the knight's power, immediately agreed. The entire city, from the king down to the humblest citizen, was baptized that day. True to his word, George then drew his sword, Ascalon, and with one final, mighty blow, he killed the dragon. The king was immensely grateful and offered George a vast treasure as a reward. But George, a truly noble knight, refused the riches. Instead, he asked that the money be given to the poor. He then departed, leaving behind a city saved and a legend that would never be forgotten. The story of St. George became a powerful symbol of good triumphing over evil, faith conquering fear, and courage in the face of impossible odds. The dragon often represents paganism or evil, while George stands for the strength of Christian faith. This incredible tale is why St. George is the patron saint of so many countries, including England, Georgia, and Ethiopia. His story reminds us that with courage and faith, even the most terrifying dragons can be overcome. Thanks for joining us on this journey into Europe's past. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more timeless Europe legends. See you next time.